Hello everybody, it's me, Ghost Critic, with my Wednesday pull list video, which I thought was going to be quite the sedate pickup. There were only actually 5 books on my pull list for me to actually pick up, but you know what? New things come out, we see bright, shiny new pages with issue 1s on them, and they lure you in, and before you know it, you've added another 3 books onto your pile. So I've got 8 books to show you this week. We're going to kick off with Marvel. Secret Wars Battle World tie-in. That is Marvel's Zombies issue number 4, the last issue of this tie-in, and I believe it's the last one of the ones that I was picking up, all these tie-ins. So it seems a bit ridiculous. I mean, apart from obviously, you know, Secret Wars actually hasn't finished yet, but they have already begun their all new, all different Marvel universe. And this week, although there were lots of other Marvel number 1s that came out today, it was going to be the choice between New Avengers or Uncanny Avengers. I had a flick through both of them and decided on Uncanny Avengers. I just looked at the teams. I think New Avengers looks very teen friendly. Not keen on most of the characters that are in that team. This seems a more mature and kind of well-rounded. You've got Steve Rogers as, well, is he Captain America at the moment? I'll find out when I read through this, but this just looked the more mature of the two. On to DC, I've got Batman issue number 45. It's still obviously James Gordon, Robo-Batman, and while I'm not particularly interested in this phase of Bat history, you know, you can't knock really Scott Snyder's writing on this. You can't complain about the artwork by Greg Capullo and the colours by Miki. But it's the actual meat of the book and the concept of this new era of Batman that I'm just like, nah, I don't care. From Vertigo, another new issue 1 came out this week. It is Twilight Zone. We've got Gilbert Hernandez, Darwin Cook and Dave Stewart. I was kind of coerced to buy this. Not because I didn't want to buy it. I thought I was going to be trade waiting for this. It's a 4-issue miniseries. The team is just wow. So that should be an automatic buy for you anyway. So looking forward to this, finding out what it's actually all about. From Boom Studios, finally issue number 2 of 4 come out of J.G. Jones and Mark Waid's Strange Fruit. Issue number 1 had a kind of a little bit of controversy knocking around about it, about the, I think, the representation of black people. I didn't really read too much into it, but I just thought this is set in an era where, you know, there were black slaves. The black man was treated as a second-class citizen. It had to be portrayed that way, otherwise it wasn't authentic to that era. And while it looks offensive nowadays, it's not set in today's setting. We know better now, we have grown. So I really enjoyed this book. The artwork is stunning. The story, for me, you know, it set me right in. I want to know who this kind of... He is a version basically of Superman, but he's black. We'll see how the second issue goes, but I've waited a while for this, so looking forward to it. Finally, 3 books from Image. Hickman, Dragotta and Martin's East of West, issue number 21. Always love this. Dragotta's artwork is just fantastic. These covers are always very kind of in your face. It's very prominent on the shelves, and just look really aesthetically pleasing. That's what I'm trying to say. But really enjoying this book. The world gets bigger and bigger. The politics get twisted and more twisted. Let's see how the next issue goes. We have issue number 10 of Remender and Ticini's Low. As much as I do enjoy this book, I kind of want it to pick up the pace. I want them to get to the surface to look at this satellite that's fallen. I want them to go to another planet. Whether this is an ongoing or it's a limited series, does Remender have an end point soon for this? I don't know. It's not the kind of book that I feel has that longevity, which is fine, but let's just get on with it. Now, finally, before I show this, if you have any young people in the room watching this, or if you have anyone of a sensitive disposition, please move away from the screen now, because Scotty Young's I Hate Fairyland came out this week, and I had to get a copy. I originally picked up the I suppose you could call it cover A, but then my comic book guy said, do you not want the variant cover? And I was like, you're going to charge me more for that, aren't you? Because they do in Britain. And he went, no, still cover price. So I said, okay, let me have a look at it. And then I went, yes, I'll have that, please. Look away, children, and those of a nervous disposition. Yes. It's strange because with Scotty Young, I'm kind of on the fence with. I don't know why everyone goes so loopy over his variant covers. It is kind of a one-trick pony. Give him a character and he will infantilize them. You know, he will draw them just as kids. And while it's funny, to me the joke has kind of got old for something as like a cover artist. I'm gonna try out his storytelling and see if the whole concept will work better that way. So this, it looks crazy, it looks ridiculously over the top, so it'll probably be my my favourite thing this week. So they're my books this week. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you picked up in the comments section down below. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already. Enjoy your books this week. Until next time, bye bye.